Ya, siap. Oke. Ya. Yeah, everyone, please turn on your video. Okay. Okay. Please turn on your video on. Sudah apa? Adanya dulu. Ya. Oke. Saya hitung. Ya. Ya. 1, 2, 3. Oke. Sudah? Ya. Satu kali lagi. Ronde berikutnya. 1, 2, 3. Ya. Sudah. Masih satu lagi. Ya. Ya. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, thank you for the photo session. Yeah.
Matur nuwun,
You.
Bu Rahmi, Bu Endang.
Yes.
Siap-siap semua nggih. Sami-sami nggih. Salam ketemu Bu
Kita
Endang.
langsung nanti Prof setelah pandemi Prof. Oke.
Saya nyuwun pamit nggih.
Nggih, Pak. Matur nuwun.
Assalamualaikum.
Nggih, Waalaikumsalam.
Ya.
Ini masih ada Pak Resmi.
Oh, yang di sini.
Pak Joko.
Dr. Resmianto.
Oke, Pak Safi.
Oke. Ya. Are you ready, sir?
Insya Allah.
Ya, langsung aja ya. Oke. Prof. Resmi, Associate Prof. Resmianto, ya. Are you ready?
Ya, insya Allah.
Oke. Oke. Sorry. Okay, audience and our respected speaker, Dr. Resmianto. In this session, we are going to discuss on about the online and offline assessment. Yeah. And before we proceed with the discussion, let me read a brief CV of Dr. Resmianto. Her full name is Dr. Resmianto SSMPD. He was born in Kudus on June 22, 1973. Yeah. He got his PhD in UNES 3 years ago. Yeah. And Dr. Resmianto is a lecturer in English education of Muria Kudus, and he has several experiences in taking the office, the structural office in UMK, and his research for PhD is related to learning English for older people. Yeah, for older people, or we call it andragogy. Yeah, andragogy. Yeah, and not to have too much ado, let's pay attention and listen to the presentation of Dr. Resmianto. Yeah. Professor Resmianto, the Associate Professor Resmianto, the floor is yours. Yeah.
Thank you, Pak Syafi'i. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi.
Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, before having presentation, let me express my thanks to the committee to give me chance to present my article among the real experts, Prof. Joko Nurkamto and also Prof. Greg Kessler. I am here still studying hard to be the real expert.
Amen.
And I guess it is a great honor for me from the committee. And once again, thank you. Well, let me share screen first. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I am here talking about online, offline assessment in AICo student teachers teaching practice. Okay. From the title, we can find several keywords. Some keywords are explicitly stated, and some others are hidden. We can see here the explicitly stated keywords are online statement, offline statement, AICo student teachers, and teaching practice. Also, there is one hidden keyword. It is perception, actually. I purposefully hid the keyword with the purpose of one, making the title briefer, as good title for article is the brief one. And the second, I want to let the readers curious and also free to interpret first whether this article will investigate what is related to online and online assessment in AICo student teachers teaching practice. It might investigate the problems of offline and online and offline assessment. It can be about the advantages and the disadvantages of online, offline assessment, and others related to online, offline assessment. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, I will present the detail of my article. Okay, my article here is actually a research-based article. I did the research while I was teaching instructional skills course at English Education Department, Muria Kudus University. Yeah. I taught 2 classes of instructional course in online classes. And I guess the students of both classes are different in joining the instructional skill course. The difference can be seen from one of several points. The enthusiasm of the students in joining the class. I ever informally interviewed the students, actually, which one do you prefer, having online class to offline class? And the answers of the students are various. Some prefer having online class, and some others prefer having offline class. Yeah. This then inspired me to do a research to find out how is actually the students' perception on online learning, in particular the online assessment, compared with offline learning, and also in particular with offline assessment. In other words, this article is aimed at describing the EFL student teachers' perception of offline assessment in teaching practice. And in this research, the respondents are the 5th semester students of English Education Department, Muria Kudus University, taking instructional skill class this semester. Well, the third slide exposes the main background of online learning. Online learning now is viral. What makes it viral is at least related to main factors as the background of implementing online learning. The main vectors as the main background of online learning are, number one, development of ICT, development of information and communication technology, and number two is the COVID-19 pandemic. Well, let's see one by one in the next slide. In slide 4, we can see that the development of ICT has an important role, or plays an important role, that it can support learning process as two things. Number one is as sources of knowledge. Number two is as platform of communication and interaction. As sources of knowledge, we can find now many digital libraries. We can visit the digital libraries to find references, to find knowledges that we need for our learning. We can also visit repository in universities. We can also visit OGS or online journal systems. And also we can visit online learning applications. Yeah, that's the first vector, or the first rule of the development of ICT in learning. And the second one, ICT plays an important role as a platform of communication and interaction. This is exactly related with the process of learning. Communication here is meant as interaction, direct interaction outside the classroom. Like when the students are assigned to submit assignments through email, through Sunan, the signature one in our university, and also like using WhatsApp, and also other social media. So we can use ICT, using internet especially, as a platform of communication between teachers and students outside the classroom. And also we can bring a platform of communication, a platform of interaction in learning when we are inside the classroom. In this case, we can use Zoom meeting, we can use WhatsApp group, we can use CloudX, etc. Well, let's see the second factor, the second main factor. The second main factor is the pandemic. Yeah. The second main factor is in fact the unwanted factor, but then it has crucial impact to insist, even to force implementing online learning. Now, it is COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, before this pandemic came, actually we had already implemented online learning, but mostly using ICT for sources of knowledge supporting learning, while the learning process is still done offline before the pandemic came. Then after this pandemic came, ICT is utilized not only as sources of gaining knowledge, but also as platform of communication and interaction in online learning, due to the mission of COVID-19 pandemic is to force people stay at home and also do social distancing. Okay, referring to the background, then I formulate the research objective in my article. In spite of being considered to be the most effective platform of communicating and interacting in learning in this pandemic era, online learning, including online assessment, is still claimed to have plus and minus. Then this study is to find out the real perception of the AICo3L student teachers on online assessment in teaching practice. Okay, and now let's see several literature review. I compare two things. I compare pro factors of online learning based on Khan 2005, and also the against factor of online learning based on Q and Law 2003. So to have successful online learning, we should have good institutional support, as well as having good course development, and also a good lecturer student support. And also we need to have a good evaluation and assessment support. Beside the pro factors, we should consider the against factor of online learning. So online learning needs high startup and implementation funding. And then number two, online learning need much more time needed to prepare and create the material. Number three, sometimes the students, even the lecturer, are not yet ready to, to be involved in online learning. And also some problems in technical support. When the electricity is off, so we cannot work, we cannot implement the online learning. Well, let's try to give limitation or give definition of the the keywords. Here we have AICo3L student teaching. We have AICo3L student teachers teaching practice. AICo3L student teachers are students formatted or prepared to be teacher of English as foreign language, where the teaching practice is an activity to practice teaching English as AICo3L language, as teaching English as foreign language. Okay, online, offline assessment in teaching practice. I will give global limitation to both terms of online assessment in teaching practice and also offline assessment in teaching practice. Offline assessment in teaching practice is an assessment of practicing teaching directly in front of the student and the lecturer in the same classroom. So the students, the teachers, and also the observers stay in one room. Where the online assessment in teaching practice is an active assessment of practicing teaching using one video. So the teachers, the student teacher teaches some students in front of video. And this is not live, because then if the shooting, if the video is completed, the video is sent to the lecturer, sent to the class, to WhatsApp group class. And the second is online assessment in teaching practice can be done by using online platform of communication and interaction, such as using Zoom, using CloudX, and other similar platforms. Okay, as I said that this article is a base research article, so I use descriptive qualitative as the research design. The data are the student perception of online and offline assessment in teaching practice. And the data source comes from 39 student teachers joining instructional skills from class C and also class D. And I administered, or I used questionnaire adapted to RKPS, or lesson 10 of instructional skills course. For analysis, I use Likert summative rating with 5 points. Strongly agree, agree, neutral, disagree, and strongly disagree. Let's see the finding. Actually, the student perception on offline and online assessment in teaching practice consists of several aspects. The first aspect is preference aspect. So here I give questionnaire to the student asking about their preference, whether actually they prefer to have online to offline assessment. And the result is like this. The student felt more interested in online learning, 28.2%, while the student feel more interested in offline assessment is 33.3. In short, for the first aspect, preference aspect, student teachers prefer offline assessment to online assessment. That's for the first aspect. For the second aspect, complexity and practicality aspect. Okay, the detailed result is like presented in the table. I just go to the conclusion of the second aspect. The conclusion of the second aspect is that online assessment is more complicated and less practical than offline assessment. And then the third aspect is expense aspects. Based on the result of the interview, let's see the red printed sentence. Here is the example. Here is the conclusion of the expense aspect. The conclusion is that online assessment needs more expense than offline assessment. The fourth aspect is self-confidence aspect. There are several questionnaire statements. Number one is the students are more self-confident, the students are freer, the student doesn't feel not being supervised. From those three statements, maybe only this aspect that the student perceive good. The student, by having online assessment, the student feel more self-confident because they are not directly observed by the peers and also by the lecturer. And by having online assessment, the students or the student teachers feel freer. Yeah, once again, it is because not directly supervised. And the conclusion is that the student teachers are more confident to do online assessment than offline assessment. Okay, now we go to the fifth aspect, it is student-teacher and student interaction aspect of student-teacher's perceptions. Okay, the conclusion is that the student-teacher and students' interaction in online assessment is less optimal. We can see that by using online assessment, the students taught are less active in joining the classroom. And then the students are less attentive to the material given by the teacher. Okay, let's see the sixth aspect, teaching media usage. In online assessment, teaching media usage is less optimal and less various than in offline assessment by concluding or by seeing the result of the sixth aspect. And then the seventh aspect, the last aspect, is the aspect of practicing instructional skills aspect of student-teachers' perception. In this case, based on the RPKPS or the lesson plan of instructional skills, there are three main points. Now, one is the usage of verbal and gestural reinforcement. Number two is the usage of token reinforcement. And number three is the usage of variability. And the conclusion is that less optimal usage of instructional skills in online assessment than offline assessment. Okay, those are the findings. The perceptions are detailed in 7 aspects. And Pak Safi, next is the last slide, the conclusion. The conclusion drawn in this study is that EFL student teachers perceive that online assessment is significantly less optimal to be done in teaching practice. Among the 7 aspects of the perception, only the sub aspect of student teacher self-confidence and feeling modern being challenged indicate that they can get the benefit of online assessment. And also the main factor causing that online assessment is significantly less optimal to be done in teaching practice is the indirect or the distant interaction between student, teacher, and students. I think that's all. Thank you, Pak Safi.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Ismianto. Okay, while waiting for questions and comments from the audience, I would like to a bit highlight what Dr. Rismianto has presented. Yeah. Okay, online and offline assessment. Yeah, this is a research-based article of Dr. Rismianto in his instructional skill course. Yeah, and in this pandemic, online learning has become the platform of communication and also instruction. And of course, the use of the online platform, including the assessment, also make some pros and cons on the use of online assessment. On that background, Dr. Rismianto conduct a research in the classroom on the perceptions, and in short, yeah, there are some results. Yeah, the first about the preference of online and online. Surprisingly, students prefer offline assessment to online assessment. Yeah, and the second result, online assessment is more complicated and less practical than offline assessment. Yeah, and online assessment is used to be more expensive than offline assessment. Okay, the student teachers, yeah, the student teachers are more confident to do online assessment than offline assessment. So doing online assessment makes the students more confident. Yeah, yeah, and the students interaction in online assessment is less optimal. Yeah. Okay. Okay. And in online assessment, the use of teaching media is less optimal and also less in variety. Yeah. Okay. And the last result, instructional skills uh, also get the less optimal usage than in offline assessment. Yeah. Okay. That's what I can say from Dr. Rismianto's presentations. Now I invite questions from the floor, and on the chat room we have one question from Ms. Nur Ainingsih. Yeah. How to get valid result of online assessment in terms of honesty in doing the test. Yeah, because it is offline, there is no direct supervision from the lecturer or the teacher. How can online assessment get a valid result in terms of honesty? Yeah, because someone else may help the testee to do the assignment. Yeah, the floor is yours, Pak Riz.
Okay, thank you, Savi, and thank you to Ning for the questions. How to get valid result of online assessment in terms of honesty in doing the test? I try to answer these questions by seeing from 2 points. Number one is from the general point. So we should determine the most appropriate test model. Yeah. For example, we can use Google Form. Yeah. We should set the questions to the students, maybe in a special setting. Maybe we can really limit the time. We can try to, we can make the question random. And for the second point, especially for teaching practice, in terms of honesty, teaching practice or assessment in teaching practice is automatically done in honest, because a student cannot cheat while practicing teaching. Nice. So yeah, because it is individual performance. It
Maybe
is
what Buning is asking is the online assessment in general.
Yeah. So I just answered this, that we should determine the most appropriate test model. So if we ask, or if we give online assessment to students in group, of course, yeah, it cannot be said as a cheating or as dishonesty in doing project or in doing assignment in group. Of course, they will cooperate to finish the assignment in group. And yeah, for example, if we have online assessment like speaking test, of course, we can use WhatsApp group or video call via WhatsApp, of course. That's automatically decreases the dishonesty. I guess so.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Pak Riz, for your response to Nur Aining's questions. Yeah. Okay, we have 1 minute left. Yeah, and Pak,
Yeah.
let me relate your research with mine. Yeah,
Yeah.
I conducted the so-called portfolio assessment.
Mm.
So it is not one shot assessment or one session assessment, but it is the assessment uh, from the beginning until the end of a teaching and learning process. Do you think that portfolio assessment belong to online or offline? In my opinion, it can be both, because in doing the assessment, uh, the students may use online mode or offline mode. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But what do
Yeah.
you think?
I guess so.
Uh,
I mean,
mm,
your model of giving assignment by using portfolio
mm,
can be done offline and also online. We can see the role of ICT,
mm,
the role of the development of ICT, that ICT uh, can act as sources of gaining knowledge for supporting our learning, and also can be used for the platform of communicating and interacting between teacher or between lecturer and students. If the time is, if the way of communicating with the students via online, so we can say that it is also online assessment.
yeah, I see.
If the way of communicating, for example, like submitting the portfolio is directly to you, not via email, so we can say that it is offline assessment.
Okay.
So everything can be done online and offline, including learning
Yeah.
or including assessment.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, Dr. Desmianto, thank you for your response.
Yeah.
And I think from your research, we know that in general, yeah, students prefer offline
Offline
assessment, yeah,
to online.
in spite of the advantages of online
Yeah,
assessment, but maybe offline is more human,
yeah,
more,
yeah.
yeah.
Not like robot.
Okay, yeah, okay. But I'm afraid we have no more minutes to discuss online and offline assessment, and I have to end this session. But before we end the sessions, I would like you to prepare your video. Yeah, please turn your video on to have a photo sessions, and to underline this session, I would like to thank you to Dr. Rismianto, the associate professor, and also the audience, and also the participant who have presented the questions to Dr. Rismianto. Okay, guys, uh, please kindly open your video, and we have the photo session before we finally close the session. Yeah, you ready? But yeah, yeah. Okay, hitung. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Okay, the next round. Ready? Wait a moment, please. Okay. Okay. Okay, look at the camera. Okay. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah, one more photo session. Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I think that's all for the photo sessions. Alhamdulillah. Okay. Thank you for your kind attention, especially for Dr. Desmianto, the
You're welcome.
resource person, and also all the audience. Yeah. Okay. Let me end this session. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alhamdulillah.
Thank you Pak Safi'i, Pak
Yeah.
Rismianto.
Yeah. Welcome to. Ini sampai jam berapa mulai? Okay. Yeah, and presenters. Love you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yeah. Now to parallel sessions of AICo3L. Yeah, of AICo3L. And this parallel session, we have we have 6 speakers. Yeah. Pak Rebus, Ibu Jahayu, Ibu Nilam, Pak Redi, and uh, parallel sessions will keep it presented only for presentations and question and answer session. So the time is quite limited. And we have here only Budia here. Yeah, Budia Yanti. Budia, are you here? Please.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So to save time, let's start with 3 speakers, yeah, who are already on the line. Yeah, Dia Ayu and Budia Kurniati and me. Yeah, are you ready? All? Yeah. Okay. Now I would like to underline that every speaker has only 10 minutes to go. Yeah, 10 minutes for presentations. Let's make it 5 minutes for presentation and 5 minutes for question and answer. Okay, let's start our sessions. Yeah, with the first 3 speakers of parallel sessions. Okay, for the very first chance, I would like to give the floor for the Dia Ayu. The floor is yours.
Thank you.
Yeah, please open your microphone and unmute uh, your microphone and turn on your video. Mbak Dia Ayu, please.
Okay. Okay, so the title is Grammatical Problem in Writing Final Project based on students' perception in English Education Department, Muria Kudus University.
Okay.
Okay, the introduction.
Stable connection.
The final project is a scientific paper that independently done by the students with guidance from advisor to complete the requirements of undergraduate program. Writing for a project is not as simple as expressing ideas through some words into sentence, but it needs several steps to produce good writing. According to Murcia and Olstein 2000, writing ability is the capability of the student to produce unity and coherence written work to express their ideas. Grammar mastery becomes one of the problems faced by the student in writing a project. It is proven by every section, researcher consultation. Most of the students get correction on grammar. Based on the recent personal interview with several students, confess if they face difficulties on the use of grammar in writing a project. Umar 2018 stated that grammar is one of the most difficult English mastery that will affect the other skills such as reading, listening, speaking, and writing. Writing the final project is an obligatory subject students need to do before graduating from AED Muria Kudus University. This research focuses on the grammatical problem faced by the student consisting of tense. They are present and past tense, active passive sentence, and then sentence structure. They are simple, compound, complex, compound complex. Okay, this research is a descriptive study to describe the student perception on the grammatical problems in writing file project in AICo3L. The data were collected for 30 students who are still in the process of writing the file project post-PhD. An online course-embedded questionnaire via a Google form was used to collect the data and analyze by classifying the answers based on the categories yes or no. Calculating the percentages, and the last is interpreting the result of the percentages of the students' answer. Okay, this is the findings. You may see on the table for the lowest percentage is R in number one, in problem number one and number four. The percentages is under 40%. It means that students confess if they don't face difficulties on that problem in making a sentence into the present and arranging subject, verb, and object in simple present. But for other aspects, for other problems, student percentage is more than 50 or 50, and the highest percentages is 50%. They are making a sentence in simple past, and then changing subject to object in passive sentence, and then this one is producing a complex sentence. So it means that
okay, but yeah, you don't have to read the details. Yeah, okay. You can go to the conclusion.
Yeah. The conclusion is the problem faced by the student perception are tenses, active passive, and seated structure. While the most problem faced by the student are sensitive past, passive voice, and compound complex. That's the most. Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Mbak Dia, for your brief presentations. I appreciate it. Now we go to the second presenter, Bu Dia Kurniati, please. Halo, Bu Dia. Bu Dia. Halo, Bu Dia. Okay. While waiting for Bu Dia, let me present my own research first. Yeah. Okay. Let me share my research. The host di unmute. Oke, Butia enggak? Halo Butia. Okay, guys. Yeah, I hope Butia will be patient for a few minutes. Yeah, let me present mine first. Yeah. 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 Okay, this is my research, students' perception of the portfolio assessment during the COVID-19 pandemic. Yeah, we know that the pandemic has widely affected the administration of teaching and learning process and assessment. Yeah, and online meeting, yeah, messaging, email communication has been dominantly employed during the pandemic. And my research is to find out, the students' perceptions, the students' perceptions on the use of portfolio assessment during the pandemic. Yeah. Okay. I don't have to explain the detail of the portfolio. Yeah, but it is a collection of students' academic work. Yeah, and it can be physical, digital, or e-portfolio. Yeah, and portfolio assessment has been used in language assessment classes. Yeah, this semester, and the portfolio assessment consists of individual summary of language assessment concept and theories, group work on face validity and content validity analysis, group work on test item analysis, which covering central tendency, means, median, mode, and standard deviations. Also, analysis of index of difficulty, discriminating power, and distractor effectiveness. Also, test reliability. And the last final project is the individual work of developing a set of language tests. And the result of this research, that most students, express their agreement on the use of portfolio assessment because there are several advantages of the applications, and they also get some benefits of portfolio assessment while being able to observe health protocols like keeping up social distancing and also avoiding crowds. Yeah. This finding implies that the portfolio assessment makes easier for the students to study online while observing health protocol during the pandemic. It is also provide flexibility in maintaining the process of teaching and learning process, either synchronously or asynchronously. Yeah. Okay. And this is a glance of the portfolio. So the portfolio coverage consists of mid-term evaluation, individual summary of theory, group work of face validity and content validity analysis, group work on item analysis, and the final term is developing the language test battery, the language test. So it is the portfolio, and this the look of the portfolio like this. The student have to get the photo here, and here I have checked the students' comprehensions by topics and by subtopics. If the students feel they are okay with the comprehension, I ask them to put a check mark. Yeah, for example, he can explain the relationship between assessment and teaching. If they are not sure about their comprehension, I ask them to give a question mark. Yeah. So by doing this, I can monitor in details the students' comprehensions of every topic and subtopic. Yeah. Okay. This one is the example of the topics I have given to the students, and I provide very complete files, of every topic. So every topic here I share many files and also textbook to support the portfolio. And I also put the assessment policy by the government, for example, on assessment competency minimal, which covering literacy, numeracy, and survey of character, and also an environment. I think that's all what I can say. Now let's go to the next presenter before we have question and answer session for the first three speakers. Budia, are you ready? Budia Kurniati, hello?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So
7 minutes, Bu.
yep. Let me share. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Pak Safai. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. So today I would like to present my papers entitled Verb Tense in Final Project Report Abstract, written by English Education Department students of Universitas Muria Kudus. Let me start from the introduction. So writing a final project report, which is called as scripsi, is compulsory for students of Universitas Muria Kudus before they graduate from this university. So the scripsi, which has to be written, consists of some chapters, namely introduction, review to related literatures, method of the research, findings, discussions, and conclusion. So this scripsi organization is actually in line with the organization proposed by Thomson, which belong to simple traditional patterns. Like other research papers, this final project report is also completed with an abstract. So what is an abstract? According to Cooley and Lekowicz in Partridge, an abstract is summary of a text and it informs what can be found in the text. Although an abstract is usually written after all the chapters in the text have been finished, it is an important thing to consider. Why? It is because readers will read the abstract first before they continue to read the whole text. That is why abstract needs to be well written. If an abstract are not well written, it is possible that it will be the only part that the readers will read. In writing an abstract, writer should not only consider structures or the organization, but also consider the language used, especially in the use of the verb tenses. By knowing the verb tenses written in the abstract, readers will get information how the writers view toward their abstract. Is it as a summary or as a report of their research? Research on analyzing abstract have mainly focused on two dimensions. What are they? The first one is rhetorical structures or the move structure, and the second one is the linguistic realization of the moves. So this current research is focusing on the linguistic realization of abstract, especially the use of verb tenses in final project report abstract written by the English Education Department students of Universitas Muria Kudus. Okay. Yeah, review to related literatures. Lords define research abstract as an abbreviated, accurate representation of a document. The typical structures of an abstract, according to Partridge, are overview of the aims of the study, reason, methodology, findings of the study. However, Highlands proposed 5 move structure to analyze academic abstracts. Yeah, the first one is introduction, purpose, method, products, and conclusion. And my research referred to the 5 move structures proposed by Highlands. Language of abstracts. So there are 2 ways the writers view their abstract, as I told you before. Is it as a summary or as a report of their research that was carried out? So this is the example, just example. Okay, and then previous studies on the use of verb tense actually have been conducted by some researchers. One of them is by Seligman-Meyers. He examined 84 medical abstracts, research papers, case reports, and review articles. Yeah. And he found different verb tenses perform different functions. For example, the past tense is concerned with the history of discourse. So it is usually used in the move of purpose, result, and case presentation. Meanwhile, the present tense,
yes? You may go to your findings,
yep.
Findings and conclusion.
Okay. Yes. Okay, so this is the methodology. This is qualitative methods, okay, and the data. Verb tenses found in 3 final abstract written by EED students, and this is the finding. So after the analysis, I have found that the first abstract consists of simple present tense. Yeah, so in this abstract, the writers use simple present tense in all the moves: introduction, purpose, method, findings, and conclusion. So what does it mean? So it means that the writers view her abstract as the summary of the research. So these are the words that the writer used in this abstract. Okay, and the second one, in the second abstract, the writer used simple present tense and simple past tense in the moves of the abstracts. And then the last one, the writers use only simple present tense in all the moves of the abstract. Okay, so conclusion. So based on the findings of the research, it can be concluded that scripsi abstract written by ED student use simple present tense, abstract 1 and abstract 3. However, when scripsi abstract use both simple present tense and simple past tense. So from the language used in those abstract, it indicates that abstract 1 and 3, the writers of the scripsi view their abstract as the summary of the research. Meanwhile, the abstract 2, it indicates that the writers of the abstract view their abstract as a report of research. Okay, I think that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Budia. Okay, audience, yeah, thank you for the 3 speakers, the first 3 speakers. And while waiting for the second 3 speakers, we still have time for question and answers. Let's try to address the questions to Mbak Dia Ayu, Budia Kurniati, and me. Yeah, come on. Any comment and questions for the first 3 speakers, please? Hello? Hello, audience. Do you have any questions? Buning? Do you have a question for us? For Mbak Dia Ayu, Mbak Budia Kurniati, and me. Please. Buning, you may unmute your microphone. Di-unmute nggak, Buning? Okay, Buning. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Pak Shafi. I have a question for Budia, I think. Hello, Budia.
Okay, Buning.
Yeah, what a nice presentation.
Thank you.
Based on my observation, when students write scripts, especially abstract, they many times are not aware of the tenses. Yeah, as you find out that the verb used in
the abstract
mostly present tense. Yeah.
Yep.
Then what can you suggest to students related to your research finding? Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Before Budia answer Buning's question, I have a question for Mbak Dia Ayu. Mbak Dia Ayu, I am interested in your research. Mbak Dia Ayu, you may unmute your microphone. Yeah. Okay. Mbak, your research, your finding is based on the opinions, of the students, or based on the students' composition. Yeah. In finding out the grammatical problems. Yeah. My question is it based on the students' opinions or based on the students' writing? Okay.
It's based on the
Okay. Now Budia first. Yeah. Come on.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Puning, for the question. So actually, according to Paltridge, that there are two ways of the writers view their abstract. So, especially for our students, if they want to view their abstract as the summary of the research, then they have to use simple present tense. So we have to consider about the language used in this abstract itself. So it is according to the Paltridge, whether the student want to view their abstract as the report of or the result of their study or just as the summary. Okay, so I think that's all. Okay,
Thank you, Bu Tia, for your response to Puning's questions. Now it is time for Tia Ayu to respond to my questions. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir, for the question. So, my research is based on the students' opinion. So, I asked them their opinion from the friends.
So it is just on your students' opinion.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
That's all.
Thank you, sir.
Why you just using the students' opinions rather than using students' compositions?
I don't know exactly, but before I do this research, I asked first to my students, to my several students.
I see.
Yeah, several friends. They ask themselves if they get difficulties in writing final project because of the tenses.
Okay.
The grammar.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Mbak Tia, for your response. I think because of the very limited time, we have to end the first three speakers parallel sessions. Thank you for the speakers and also from the audience who have asked questions. Now we go to the second session of parallel sessions, and I would like to invite Pak Raymondus. Are you here, Pak Raymondus? Halo? Nggak ada. Pak Raymondus is not here. We invite Mbak Nilam. Mbak Nilam is ready, I think. Yeah. And also Bu Nur Ainingsih. Yeah. Yeah. So because Pak Raymondus is not on the line for the moment, we are going to listen to the presentations by Mbak Nilam and also Ibu Ning. Yeah. For the very first chance of this second session, I would like to invite Mbak Nilam Wahyu Safira to present the research, not more than 7 minutes. Yeah, the floor is yours. Yeah, come on, Mbak Nilam. Okay, yeah, we have got your slides. Yeah.
Nggak masuk suara.
Yeah. Oke, Mbak Nilam. Halo, Mbak Nilam. Suaranya. Yeah. We cannot hear you, Mbak Nilam. Mas. Yeah. Yeah. We have a problem. Mbak, please unmute your microphone, Mbak. We cannot hear you. Mbak, please put off your headset, maybe. Yeah. Halo, Mbak Nilam. we cannot hear you. Mbak Nilam. Halo, Mbak Nilam. Yeah. Sorry, audience, we have a problems with Mbak Nilam's voice. Iya, Mas. Hmm? Loh, ini sudah kadung ya? Hmm. Mbak Nilam. Halo? Yeah, we are about to listen to you. Ya, Mbak Nilam, tes. Oke. Bu Ning, are you ready, Bu Ning? Please unmute. Okay. No, Mbak Nilam is on the line with sound. Yeah, with the sound. Yeah. Okay,
Hi.
Mbak Nilam, please go ahead. Yes.
Okay, the first I will show you the introduction of my title. Vocabulary is one of three key factors, namely pronunciation, vocabulary, and grammar, that must be learned by the learning foreign language. ISAN 2017 said that vocabulary is often viewed as a critical tool for foreign language learners because a limited vocabulary in learning English make it barrier in communication. Every student have their own strategy in learning vocabulary because one single strategy cannot be used by all the students. Oxford 1990 explained that learning strategies are the main factors that help the students to determine how and how well learners learn. It can make learning easier, faster, more enjoyable, self-directed, effective, and transferable to new situations. Oxford 1990 divides language learning strategies into main classes, direct strategies and indirect strategies. The types of direct strategies are memory strategy, cognitive strategy, and compensation strategy. And the types of indirect strategies are metacognitive strategy, affective strategy, and social strategy. In fact, some students have problems in learning vocabulary. According to Anjani 2017, some problems in learning vocabulary, among others, are related to pronunciation, spelling, meaning, and memorizing. Then, research method. This is a descriptive study to describe the students' strategies and their problems in learning vocabulary conducted for the fifth grade students of SD 7 Dawi Kudus in academic year 2020, 20 and 21. The data are analyzed through qualitative and quantitative data analyzed on the basis of the research question. As discussed, in data collection, there are two sources of data in this research, that is questionnaire and interview guideline. The descriptive were employed to find the percentage of response in questionnaires of 6 learning strategies, while to analyze the student problems in learning vocabulary, Miles and Haberman analysis was used consisting 3 current flows, namely data reduction, data displays, and data conclusion drawings or verification. Okay, that is the result. You can see that is table of 6 types of learning strategies, that is memory, cognitive, compensation, metacognitive, affective, and social strategy. The figure shows that the highest effort score is metacognitive strategy with score 21.45 and followed by memory strategy 18.95 and compensation strategy 15.47, social strategy 14.96, cognitive strategy 14.71, and the lowest average score is affective strategy, that is 14.46. The result reveals the most widely used by the students is metacognitive strategy. And the second result is the most problems faced by the fifth grade students of SD7 Cendana Dawe Kudus is spelling, pronunciation, memorizing, and the last is meaning. Okay, the conclusion, the first is the students utilize all the learning strategies, and the dominant strategies they use is metacognitive strategy, memory strategy, compensation strategy, social strategy, cognitive strategy, and the list is affective strategy. And the second one, the most problems faced by the fifth grade students of SD7 Cendana Dawe Kudus in academic year 2020, 2021 are in the aspect of spelling, pronunciation, memorizing, and the last is meaning. Okay, that's all my presentation. Thanks for your nice attention.
Okay, thank you, Mbak Nilam Wahyu. Yeah, now we go to the second presenter of this second sessions. I invite Ibu Neng to present the paper. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Pak Shafi'i. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
In this happy moment, I'd like to present our research, Burisya and I, entitled The Impact of Online Fun Extensive Reading Program on Students' Reading Habit. Yeah, if you still remember what Paris said this morning, that our reading level is very low. Yeah, Indonesia posits on 60s among 61 countries, so it's very, very low, even the second last. Yeah. Okay, so we know that reading is very important in our life because actually reading is to live, yeah, to live. Sorry. So by reading, then it can support our activities. And as we know that in our curriculum, there are some reading classes, intensive reading, and then extensive reading, and also academic reading. Unluckily, many students spend little time for reading. Yeah, not only for the beginning semester students, but also higher semester students. And we conduct this research, yeah, considering the problems. Yeah, even though students have joined reading classes, but many stop after they pass the courses. This research aims at figuring out the impact of online fun extensive reading extensive reading program on students' reading habit, and to what extent this program fosters students' reading habit. Okay, we know that extensive reading is reading for pleasure. So the aim of reading in extensive reading is different from intensive reading. So as Carol and Carson said, that extensive reading generally involves rapid reading, with high quantities of material or longer materials, and the purpose is to get general understanding or to get general idea of the text. And this research is based on what Iftanti 2012 and also Rusiana 2019 research. So then we conduct online fun extensive reading program. This program is voluntarily participated by third and fifth semester students. So we share a Google form to let students join this program online. Okay, so this is a descriptive research and participated by 13 English Education Department students. Three students are from third semester students and most of them are from fifth semester students. And this program was conducted during May to July 2020. Due to pandemic, then we conducted online. We had a WhatsApp group and we provide some links to be accessed by the participants. And documents used to collect the data, reading logs, and questionnaire. We have several indicators for reading habit. So reading habit here means the length of reading practice, the number of words students read, the number of books students read, and students claim on their reading habit level. Then the data is analyzed descriptively by using percentage. And these are the result or the finding of this research. I think I will explain in brief. The first is about the impact of online fun extensive reading program. The students said that, or the respondents said that they feel happy and excited when they do reading practice in this program. So most of all have or give a positive feeling during the reading practice. And then about the benefit, we asked about the benefit of reading practice in this program. Students said, or the respondents said, that most of them get new knowledge about vocabulary, grammar, and pronunciation. Yeah, they claim that by joining this program, they improve their reading preference. Yeah, they like to read more after joining this program. And then the English skill that they improve after joining this program mostly is writing and reading, because they said that their vocabulary significantly improves. Yeah, they improve their vocabulary by reading a lot, especially fiction text. So this is the next finding, yeah, the language element improvement after joining online fun intensive reading program. So most of them said that they improve their vocabulary. And then the respondents said that after joining this program, they are encouraged to read and read and read more. Yeah. So all of them say yes, that they are encouraged to read.
Great.
And they said that after this program, and they will continue reading. Yeah, only one who still consider whether he or she will continue reading or not. And next is about students' reading habit. Yeah, so from the number of books the students read, most they have around 10 to 20 books during this program. And then the number of words, yeah, yeah, 40% or most of them said that the number of words they read is around 15,000 to 25,000. And 90% said they read every day. Yeah. Because they are forced to read, then well they must read every day.
Okay.
Yeah, and it is about the length of reading practice. Yeah, half of the respondents said that they read for an hour for a day. So every day they spend 1 hour to read.
Yeah. We get the point.
Sorry. And then the type of the text they read, most of them said that they read many kinds of text, yeah, various texts, not only what's that, 30 books or reference books, but also fictions and others. And the number of books students read in a week, so they read, most of them read one book in a week. So they finish reading a book in a week. And then the purpose of reading practice, yeah, there are several purposes, and yeah, many said that they read for improving their English. Yeah. Some of them said that they read for pleasure, yes, around 40%, and then reading for English improvement. And some said that they read for spending their leisure time. And only few who said that they read for getting knowledge. And why they read, there are several, well, there are two different reasons. The first one is for improving their English, and the other one is because of the lecture. Yeah. Well, actually, this program is volunteer, so it's not compulsory. That's why the number of participants is quite small. Yeah, only small number, only around 13, and only 10 who can finish until the end. And then it's about students' reading level. I asked the students, the respondents, to what's that? To have self measurement, how in what level their reading habit, and we can see in this chart that 40% said the level of reading habit is 3 or in the middle.
Okay.
So 5 is the highest and 1 is the lowest. Yeah. So I think it's still in the middle or average. So then from this finding, we can conclude that online fun extensive reading program contributes on students' English skill as well as their language elements, especially on vocabulary. And this program promotes students' reading habit in terms of the number of books they read, the number of words they read, and also the length of reading practice. So
Okay.
that's all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Puneng and Purusiana. The result of your research, the findings, yeah, uh, are a good news for us. Yeah. Okay. We still have uh, 5 minutes to 10 minutes, yeah, for discussion. Uh, I invite the floors to give responses, either questions or comments to Mbak Nilam's presentations and Puneng's presentations. Yeah, yeah, come on. Any questions from the floor to Mbak Nilam and Puneng? Yeah. Mbak Nilam, may I have a question for you? Mbak Nilam? Hello? Yeah. Mbak Nilam, what kind of vocabulary or the topic of the vocabulary you research in your investigations? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I choose learning vocabulary for elementary school in general vocabulary.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
it
What
is,
is the theme or the topic of the vocabulary
sorry, sir.
in your research? The topic or the theme of the vocabulary you investigate in your research.
Okay.
It is, yeah, the
I
topic of the vocabulary, for example, fruit or for transportation or,
choose
yeah,
general vocabulary, sir.
general, yeah. So general, you don't have specific area of vocabulary.
Yes, sir.
No. Okay. Okay, for Puning, uh, thank you, Mbak
Yes,
Nilam.
sir.
Yeah, for Puning, I have a question for you, Puning. Yeah, Puning,
Yes.
your finding, yeah, uh, is
Mhm.
interesting, and I think it is a good news, yeah, to the department. Yeah, maybe I ask you in your capacity as the head of department of English Education Department, yeah, the head of English Education Department. Uh, uh, can you give us a highlight on your future or further program, yeah, to your research findings? Maybe you have any ideas of having a program based on your research findings.
Okay, thank you, Pak Safi, for the question. Well, actually, we have started holding extensive reading day.
Mm.
Unluckily, due to pandemic, then we get difficulty to what's that to let students gather in one location to read together.
Mm.
Uh,
Yeah.
we try to what's that to make the ebook or the PDF of the credited the collections we have for limited use, yeah, only for our students or in UMK, only in UMK. So I think this good program should be maintained in our future, not only for first semester students, but also to all English education department students,
Okay.
of course.
So, not only
we
for
what's
classes
that?
of,
Well, I try to remind myself, Pak Shafi'i, to
yeah. Okay, so not only for
so
classes of intensive reading, but for all students.
we should have especially have a certain day to read together in what's that, to have this discussion, and also for students.
Okay. Okay, Puning, thank you for your response, and also Mbak Nilams. Yeah. Okay, audience and also the speakers. Actually, in this session, we look forward to uh, having, uh, until now, we don't have him on the line. So I think it is time for us, yeah, to end the session because of the time. Yeah. Uh, as a moderator, uh, I thank you to all speakers. I say thank you to all speakers, yeah, and also the audience, yeah. Okay, I think it is time for us to end the sessions, but before we leave the line, let's have a photo session again. Yeah, yeah. Okay, please, all of you, turn on your
Yes.
video. Okay.
Thank you very much, Pak Shafi'i, for being moderator,
Yeah.
and also
Welcome.
for the participants to be
Yeah.
for being patient until the end.
Yeah. Alhamdulillah. Okay, Mbak, ready? Sudah? Yeah. Okay. Thank you for the photos, and as a moderator, yeah, please give me apology when I make mistakes, and also there are many weaknesses during the session. Yeah. Okay, all. Let me end the session. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yeah, thank you.
Saya sebenarnya